Like I love you, baby. True. Hey, 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 hey. My name is Forrest Gump. And I think today we're talking about we're talking about pain. Pain. Everybody faces it. And the shit hurts. Hey, she can't love you like. All right, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that good stuff. That stuff, that stuff make you take you back in time and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You in the future, music take you back to the past and stuff. You be like reminiscing on old things you did way back when and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Music is something else. How it makes you have instant recall. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, pain. I'm waiting on this other herbalist, but you know, black people is always late. I don't understand. It's 2 minutes after 1:30. You know what I'm saying? And why they do that? Anyway, what does it mean when you're suffering in pain? I think it's a good question. I think you'll like the answer better. I think when you get an understanding, pain serves an important function in the body as it promotes an individual to take action to address it, right? So it's a protective mechanism preventing further injury. But you got to say it like that. But we're going to take it a step further for you. We're going to tell you something about pain you don't know. Oh, I know you don't know. Oh, no, 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 you don't know. Trust me. This guy will show up on time, you know. Shit. Excuse my French. People be late and stuff, man. I'd be like, God, hey, bro. Why you can't be on time? You know, if I was handing out the lottery numbers at 1:30, you wouldn't get them. You would have missed it. Okay, let me see. Let me text him. Where are you, Mr. Herbalist? I put, where ain't you? Where are you? Where are you? Copy. I yelled it to y'all. Let me see you do it again. Boom. Okay, bro, let's do this, bro. How you gonna call me? Check your text, bro. Man, you just got it. Was it the meeting for the influencer? Okay, okay, I'm live already. So let's do this. I already sent you the links. You know, we're talking about pain. Both. Highlight bright. I like that name, Light Bright. How you doing, Light Bright? Let me see. How do I get you in here again, Mr. Herbalist? I'm waiting on my herbalist. You know, we can talk about. Okay, he's here. All right. You here, Mr. Herbalist? Woo!
Can
Fix
you hear
that.
me?
Fix that. You killing me. Yeah, you killing me. Turn it down. Fix it. Do something.
Okay, hold on.
You slap me upside my head. I don't like that. OMG. You know, I can hear everything happening in your house. You know, you might want to mute. You might want to mute because we don't want to hear you going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, slide going out the back door.
They muted me, man. Oh my God, you're killing me. Yeah, I'm trying to turn this thing down on the phone and it's on the computer. Ain't that something? I'm gonna turn you
Okay,
down,
I'm
bro,
ready.
because you killing me. Black people, I swear. Okay, we're talking about pain. What does it mean when you suffer with pain? Now, as an herbalist, pain actually is a warning sign, but I think it's too late when the warning sign hit. Mr. Todd, tell us what it means when a person is suffering with pain.
Well, when you're suffering with pain, that means that you have you have compromised your bodily function to the point that the body is now sending a warning sign. And when I say compromise your bodily function, you don't receive a symptom of something until you've probably lost about 40% of your bodily function.
So basically, it's too late when you get the signal.
It's not too late, but it's now your body is letting you know that you better do something now because it's getting to the point where whatever the pathology or problem is, it can possibly take you out at some point.
Okay, for people who suffer with pain every day. Now, you said I said it's a warning sign, but a person suffering with pain every day, that's an everyday warning, right?
That's an everyday warning. So, but see, the problem is how you respond to the warning. So most people respond to the warning by medicating themselves, and so they can't feel the pain. But the pain has not gone away. It's just that you can't feel it. So whatever the problem is only getting worse, but you just can't feel it.
Okay, so in other words, if you don't attempt to discover the cause, then hiding the pain does not get rid of the pain. It stops it temporarily, but it's going to rear its face again because you didn't address the cause, that which is causing it. Correct?
Right. So I think the first thing people need to understand is it's about how you think about pain. So pain is not your enemy. Pain is your friend. Pain is reminding you something's going wrong. Just like, for example, if your clothes are dirty or you're wrinkled, your friend is not going to let you go outside like that. So your friend is going to warn you, hey, your clothes are dirty. You're going to get embarrassed. So your pain is warning you, hey, take care of this, or else you may transition prematurely to the spiritual realm. But see,
Okay,
people
so
look at
so
their pain as pain. People look at their pain as a problem that needs to be hidden from.
so let's just say someone hypothetically suffer from pain every day, but they stay active in order not to get worse. And their tolerance might be really extremely high, but they don't take drugs, but they still need a solution. What would you tell a person with a situation like that?
Okay. So the first thing you have to do is get to the root cause of the pain. So you have to remember, pain is never a cause; it's just a sensor. So to eradicate the pain, you have to go to the root cause of it. So for example, let's say you have a headache. You could have a headache for
Okay.
numerous reasons. You could have a headache because you have eye strain. You could have a headache because you're dehydrated. So just taking aspirin and covering up the pain is not going to solve the solution of you being having eye strain or being dehydrated. So you have
Yeah,
to
but stop
always
right there.
find the reason. Go ahead.
Stop right there. The average person doesn't know what's causing the pain. They're not. They're not doctors, so they're like, okay, I got this pain. Man, give me some drugs because I need this to go away because this shit hurt. Hold up, pimp, hold up, pimp down. So they ain't got time to be trying to figure out what the cause is. So how do you help that person?
You can't help that person because you can't get rid of the pain if you don't address the cause. So
But
if
they
you
don't know what
just
the
want
cause
to,
is.
you have
They
to
don't know what the
find
cause
out what the
is.
cause is. You have to find out what the cause is.
So
So,
okay, stop right there.
so
Start right there.
if
So
it's
you're
your
saying
body, it's
deduce.
you have a responsibility to find out what the cause is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you can't deduce,
Okay. So
you need to ask somebody to deduce for you.
yeah, but that leads to the doctor, right?
You can ask the doctor. If you ask the right questions, he will answer you. If you ask him what is causing this pain, he will diagnose you and tell you what's causing the pain. But people don't go in there and ask the doctor what's causing the pain. They go in there and say, Doctor, can you stop this pain? He can stop the pain. He can give you a drug to stop the pain. But you're asking for the
Okay.
wrong
So
thing.
basically, people who suffer, 9 out of 10 people who suffer, they never ask the right questions to address the cause. They simply want something to cover it. They want to stop it immediately without trying to do an end all. That's what you're saying.
Right. So you got to remember, stopping the pain with drugs does not mean the pain is not there. The pain is still there. You just can't feel it.
Okay, start right there. Start right there. People don't. I don't think people know this because I remember being in situations like where I wanted the pain to go away, and so when I took the drug, the pain went away. I was happy again, but actually the pain was still there.
Yeah, the pain is still
I,
there. You just numbed your body to feeling it.
I covered it up. Oh man. So if you're doing this, if you're suffering from pain, stop. Ask if you are going to go talk to your doctor to discover what it is. And what I don't understand is most people know what they're doing to cause pain. I think people know. You know when you do something bad or you do something wrong. You do. You really do. Uh, but most people don't care. So if you know you're suffering from pain, find out what the cause is. It's the first thing I would tell a person to do. Find out what the cause is. If your
Right.
doctor can't tell you what the cause is, call an herbalist.
Correct.
Okay?
So, second, you have to understand what pain is real. Pain is actually a statement or reminder that you did something wrong in the past.
Right.
So, what the pain is a manifestation of your previous action. So, for example, let's say you've smoking cigarettes every day, and then all of a sudden you can't breathe. You're having trouble breathing, or you get lung cancer. The pain you're feeling is a manifestation of your previous actions. So the pain is not the problem. The pain is only a statement. Now you have to listen to the statement, and so if you don't listen to the statement, you're going to continue to have the pain.
And now what if a person has pain that was in an accident? What do you recommend for that? How do you what now we know the accident is the cause, but what is the solution?
Okay, so even if it's an accident, let's say you have an accident and
Back
you are
pain.
having
Let's say back pain.
back pain.
Let's do back
You're
pain.
having back pain. So you're going to need to probably go to a chiropractor to find out what's causing the uh, nerve pressure that's causing the pain to shoot up your back and down your leg. So they're going to have to adjust you to get rid of the pain. So there's always
Or
a solution.
right, right. And just in case, but just remember, when your body is injured and say your back is hurt and your body's injured, 9 times out of 10, inflammation has already set in that fast
Right.
because you pull the muscle, strain nerve. You did some, you did something to the body that caused the body to create inflammation. Swelling causes inflammation. Okay, so uh, to me, that's the first thought. Now, there are all natural solutions for inflammation. You don't need drugs. As a matter of fact, for every physical ailment on the planet, there's a plant for it. I'm gonna say that one more again because I know y'all didn't hear me. For every physical ailment, there's a physical solution in the plant kingdom. Now, if you break something, you got to let it heal, but you still need you still need to address your DNA. Your DNA has a requirement so that the body can heal itself faster. And what people don't realize, they never meet that requirement. And that requirement is minerals, nutrients, and trace elements. That is the human's requirement for the DNA, for the human DNA, to restore itself at a much higher rate than normal. Medication, on the other hand, is not. And I did not say vitamins. I said minerals, nutrients, and trace elements, which you can only get from plants. So if somebody told me they broke something, I would say, well, let's get you some minerals, nutrients, and trace elements that will help your body heal itself faster because something is broke. And the body is the only doctor on the planet. Everybody else is practicing. But wait a minute, let's go back to the pain. You said address the cause, and then nature will do the rest, right? Address the
Right. Now,
cause,
that's
and
correct. Now, if you are have broken something or you're in such pain that it's not manageable, then you're going to have something to mitigate the pain. So that's the only time you should be taking drugs when it's something severe. So, for example, let's say you break your arm. I'm not going to recommend you take some milk thistle. I'm going to tell you need to probably take some drugs so you can manage the pain. But that's what you call battlefield medicine or emergency medicine. But
right,
most of the time, people they're not dealing in any type of battlefield or emergency situation. Their pain is a result of their negligence. So
right,
it's
something
not
they did.
so
Okay,
something they did. So so you talked about plants and herbs that they can use for pain. So let's just give people a list of a few plants that they can
for pain.
use. Like
Okay,
my favorite for pain is probably white willow bark. So white
my
willow
favorite,
bark is
my favorite for
they that
pain,
it breaks
my favorite for pain is MSM sulfur.
right now. So MSM sulfur is great for joint pain and muscle pain. It is. Now the reason I said white willow bark is because white willow bark breaks down to salicylic acid. What they use to what they base aspirin on. They based it out off the components in white willow bark. So you can
Okay,
use the white willow bark. There's meadow sweet. There's feverfew. There's peppermint. There's lavender. There's chamomile. These are all herbs that will help with pain, as well as MSM sulfur, which you listed.
okay. So now you didn't gave him a list to address the pain. The most important part of everything we've said is you gotta you gotta first of all you gotta address the cause. To address the cause, you gotta ask questions. People go to the doctor and they never ask questions. 10 out of 10 people I talk to never ask questions. Period. You must ask questions. Or what's the purpose on going? Because the first thing he gonna do is ask you a question. Well, what's wrong? Wait a minute. I came here for you to tell me what's wrong. Why are you asking me what's wrong when you supposed to be telling me what's wrong? So the problem with that is you know what's wrong, but you won't ask no questions. How did you say it a
Right.
second ago?
You
What did you
have
say
to
they need to
ask.
do?
You have to ask what the cause of it is. See, if you're asking to stop the pain, that's the wrong request.
Now,
Because
if it's something, wait a minute. If it's something you broke, you already know what the cause is, right?
right,
But you don't realize when you make the cause, when it's something you broke, that's an emergency. But when you don't break something and you're in pain, that's something you caused. I had a
right,
lady call me today. She said, my mom's in pain. She said she's having acid reflux. Now, before she told me acid reflux, I told her it was acid reflux. Before she told me what it was, I told her what it was. And she's just like, whoa. She says, how do you know? I say, I said, because you told me what her symptoms was. I knew what her problem was after that. And as an herbalist, when you do this long enough, when you really study how the body operation works, pretty much the answers are already there. Like I said earlier, people know when they're doing wrong. When you break something, that's the cause. It broke. Inflammation always sets in. Inflammation never not set in when you break something because you've done damage. So
That's
what
correct.
are the herbs you recommend for inflammation, Todd?
Um, I still recommend the white willow bark and the MSM sulfur.
And I would add turmeric to that
Yeah, turmeric. I'm sorry, turmeric. Yes.
for inflammation. Be careful with turmeric though, because by itself it'll make you drunk, it'll make you dizzy, it'll throw your equilibrium off. So make sure you take it with something because it's very powerful when you get it in plant form. Okay, even in powdered plant form, it's still very, very powerful. But it works. It immediately starts to work on inflammation. So back to Mr. Herbalist. What else would you tell people when it comes to pain?
I think the one of the main things that people need to understand is your health is not a result of, how can I say this? Your health
Ooh.
your health is how you feel is not a good gauge of whether you're healthy or not. Because you can feel fine and be very sick. And you can, so the reason I say that is because 50% of people who have heart disease, their first symptom is a heart attack. Now, that's not
Which is
something,
too late.
which is too late. So that means that you don't even get a symptom until you get something that's life threatening. And I don't want to roll the dice like that. I'm sure most people don't.
Okay, let me elaborate on that a little bit. Basically, what he's saying is if you wait for the symptoms, you've already too late. By the time you get the symptom, damage has already been done. This is why we believe in what's the word? What's the word, Todd? We believe in
Being proactive and not
thank you. Oh
reactionary.
my God. See how two good herbalists think. See how we think. When you're proactive, you're doing something before an event happens. What was it that you read the other day when you told me you said by the time a person gets sick, they're already damaged because they're at a 40% deficit. Was it 40 or was it higher than that?
40%. So their bodily function has probably dropped to 60% of optimal levels by when they start feeling the symptom. So
So by the time
that's like saying if you have an 8-cylinder car, three of your spark plugs aren't working, or three of your cylinders aren't working. By the time you feel something, that's too late. You know,
okay, so I hope they get this because this is very important. This you won't hear from a doctor. If by the time you get a symptom, you are already 60, I'm going to say 40 to 60% damaged by the time the symptom shows its face. That simply means everything you were doing, you were creating the problem that you now face. So by the time you face that problem, you created it over time. And then once the symptom exposed itself, you're already damaged 40 to 60%. Your bodily functions is already at a deficit. So
now,
you must start thinking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so here's the problem with going to the doctor. The Western medicine's whole model is based on reactive medicine. So they're reacting to what you've already got, and then they're only addressing the symptom. That's not going to ever get rid of the problem. All that's going
I
to do is
heard,
get you. It's all that's going to do is it's going to cover up the symptom that, or get you healthy enough to the point where you no longer feel the pain, or it's going to cover up the pain, but it does not get rid of the cause of the pain.
and I heard a doctor say that when he retired. He said, as a doctor, uh, I never said this as a doctor. He said, but people who don't address the cause, he said, when you go to a doctor and he doesn't address the cause, you will forever be sick. A doctor said this. Then I heard another doctor say, we don't we don't try to cure. He said, we only address the symptoms. We only try to fix the symptoms. I heard a doctor say this. How do you respond to that?
That's what the whole Western medicine is based on, is symptom management. So you have to ask yourself, it's nothing wrong with what the doctors are doing if that's what you're asking them to do. If you go in there and ask them to manage your diabetes, they will manage your diabetes. So the problem is the patient or the person is not asking how to get rid of the diabetes. See, when you get
Wow.
sick, what they do is they prescribe a pill. That pill does not, there's no dietary adjustments. There's no talk about what caused you to get sick. It's just take this pill. And you got to understand, when you take that pill is not getting you closer to being healthy. It's actually getting you closer to being sick. And the evidence of that is whenever you listen to a drug advertisement, they always end it with the side effects. So these side effects are going to mean that you're going to take other pills for those side effects. So when you start off with one pill, you end up with 6 or 7 or 8 pills before you know it. So you're not getting closer
And
to health by taking drugs. You're only managing symptoms that can cause you to
people
have other issues.
people are okay with that because I talked to a lady today. She has so many medications, and she was diagnosed with some form of cancer, but she was on 1,000 medications, and this is, I just don't know what to say to people anymore in the sense that they know they're guinea pig, they know this, but they accept it and they keep doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have there are solutions for your health. There are solutions for health. Period. If you don't get a first, second, third, fourth opinion, then you are you are accepting you are accepting being poisoned on a daily basis. It is that simple. If you don't do research, if you don't do something to find out the truth for yourself, you just can't put your health, you can't make that someone else's responsibility. If you continue to do so, you're going to continue to die. You're dying because you're making your health someone else's responsibility. We're against that. We're totally against that. We want you to understand that there's a physical solution for every physical problem under the sun, with the exception of accidents. Something that's an emergency. Everything else you caused. So then you should want to fix it. And if you don't, and you're okay with being a guinea pig, this conversation ain't for you. But if you want a solution, you want to stop the pain, you want to stop the suffering. You really want to heal, because this is what we're about. We're about healing. Forget all the talk. We're about healing. If you want to heal, then perhaps you need to pick up the phone and talk to one of us, because you know, find out what you can do that's going to make your life better today, so that the drugs will stop killing you tomorrow. What you say, Mr. Douglas? I don't know.
I would say this: you always have to address the cause. Now, I'm not saying that doctors and pharmaceutical drugs don't have a purpose. They do have a purpose when there's an emergency situation. However, if you're not in an emergency situation, you have to be proactive with your health and not reactive.
What's an
So,
emergency situation? What's an emergency situation? What is that?
broke my
'Cause they
leg.
don't,
Broke my leg is an
okay,
emergency situation.
car
You know,
accident,
car accident. Yeah. Now,
get shot
you have
with
to
a
also
gun, get shot
understand
with a
that,
gun.
right.
Okay,
So you have to also understand that if you when you rely on how you feel for your health, you're not going to ever be healthy. Because, for example, you could have third stage cancer, fourth stage cancer, and feel fine, and have millions, if not billions, of cancer cells in your body, but you're not healthy. See, the goal is not to judge your health based on how you feel. And everybody does it. They judge their health based on how they feel. It's not about how you feel, it's about how your body is functioning. So you need to do things that are going to keep your body functioning properly, whether you know if anything's wrong or not. So, for example, you don't have to wait until you get constipated to take a colon formula to clean your colon. Because by the time you feel that you're constipated, you've lost like 40% of your ability to pass it, to have bowel movements. So
no,
you
you
have to
stopped
be
up like a
proactive.
plug.
So you have to be proactive.
Wow.
And so, you know, I don't want to hammer this home too much. So, Forrest, why don't you give them the websites and where they can get like the MSM software formula, the joint formula, and
www dot www.herbsoftheforest.com, like it sound, or www.theurbanherb.net. 888-619-4372 if you want to talk to somebody. I'll guide you right. Pretty much I answer the phone. But you know, you know, reach out, talk with us, converse with us, call us, text us, go to the website and get what you need. Read what the descriptions say on the different bottles on the website. We made it so easy to explain that there's just no excuse unless you can't read. If you
right.
can't read, pick up the phone. I know you can dial numbers. Okay, so eight
So
eight
like
eight
I
six
said,
one nine four three seven two. My
and
name Forrest
remember,
Gump.
my name is Todd Lyman. I just want to leave you with pain is your friend, not your enemy.
Thanks for listening.
Guys, have a nice day.